Hello everybody, it's Maikito. Our everybody is having a good day, has had a good day so far. Unlike last video where it was a small slate, tomorrow, which it comes to Saturday slate whenever you're watching this video, it's a really big slate. We have a lot of Premier League games, a couple Italian League games, a couple Ligue 1 games. There's plenty of games to pick from, and even lately on the last couple videos and stuff in general, I haven't had a lot of picks, but with this big slate, I actually found a lot of picks that I did like, and if I do have any more added plays, they will be in the pinned comment in this video. It could be later tonight, could be tomorrow morning before the game start. So if you want more plays, just keep an eye out for those. But again, a lot of plays to go through, so no need to stretch this out. Just get straight into the picks. And the first play is Papy S to go higher than 2 tackles, playing at home for Tottenham, going up against Newcastle. He's averaged 2.88 tackles per 90 so far, and I've taken his teammate Bissouma, but I'm actually taking Sar just because I like the matchup just a little bit more for him. He's had 2+ in his last 7 starts straight so far that he's had so far in the league. And then last game, he came off the bench, only played 26 minutes against Wolves, who allowed the 7th least tackles and still managed to get 1 in that short amount of time. So if he would have started, he for sure at least gets 2. But now he's playing against Newcastle, which is an even better matchup, who allowed the 4th most tackles to opponents. He actually played him earlier this season, started the game, got subbed off at halftime because of a yellow card, but even in just that first half, he managed to get 5 tackles. We just need him to get at least 2, and that's in the full game. And even in this game, I expect him to first of all start, and 2, play a lot of minutes, because Bentancur, the only other midfielder that could possibly take minutes from him or have him not start, is not playing in this next game because of he's collected too many yellow cards, which means he's suspended, meaning he cannot play, which means even better for Star. He has been starting a lot lately. He didn't start because of him, but now he won't be an issue because, like I said, he is not eligible to play in this next game. And due to a lot of defensive injuries in general on the backline for Tottenham, which is Romero, Udogi, Van de Ven, I expect him to help even more on the defense than what he usually does, and which is hence why I believe he's had these 2+ tackles a lot consistently over the last couple starts. So I just like the matchup. I like the line. So I like Papy S to go higher than 2 tackles. My next play is Cole Palmer to go higher than 3 shots, playing away from home for Chelsea, going up against Crystal Palace. He's averaged 3.69 shots per 90 so far in the league. He's had 3+ shots in his last 8 out of 10 games so far. And ultimately, this comes down to trusting Cole Palmer. He is the main guy for Chelsea. He plays the full minutes for them. And just from a matchup perspective, Palace do not play possession of the ball, while Chelsea does play possession of the ball. They cannot defend long shots, while Chelsea, and especially Cole Palmer, does take those long shots, and they can't defend against through balls. So Palmer can also get those through balls from teammates that he has that are good passers as well, such as Enzo Fernandez, Jadon Sancho, Pedro Neto. So matchup wise is really good, and he, like I mentioned before, he also takes those long shots. He's taking 35 from inside the box, 33 from outside the box. So 49%, pretty much almost half of his shots are from outside the box, and he's also their set piece taker. So whether it's free kicks, whether it's penalties, he will also take those shots for them. He played them earlier this season, and then he played them once last season, and he had 3+ in 1 out of the 2 games. He missed the most recent one when he played back in September, but that was ultimately, he played him much more as a playmaker, but I expect them to step up and attack more and shoot more. Palace are an average defense when it comes to the amount of shots they allow. They are exactly in the middle, allowed 12.7. So with the line at 3.0, which is usually where it's at, I just like this line. You can call it a gut call if you want to, but I like the matchup and I really trust him. So I like Cole Palmer to go higher than 3 shots. My next play is Savino to go higher than 2 shots, playing at home for Manchester City, going up against West Ham. He's coming off 2 back-to-back man of the match performances, being the best player on the pitch for both sides. So he's been doing good. So he should start. There's no reason why he shouldn't start, which was my main concern when it came to this play. But like I said, he's playing great the last couple games, so I expect them to start. He's averaged 2.86 shots per 90, so his average is higher than these 2 shots. And he has played, like I mentioned before, a lot off the bench. But if you look at the games in which he has started, he's had 2+ in his last 10 starts straight. So as long as he starts, I expect him to get these 2 shots. Plus, he has a lot of good teammates. Last season, when he played with Girona, he played as the winger who did a lot more of the playmaking instead of the shooting. But now in Manchester City, he doesn't have to rely on that playmaking because he has a lot of teammates that does that playmaking for him. So he can rely a lot more on those shots, such as passes from Bernardo Silva, Kevin De Bruyne, Kovacic. Carl Lewis is an underrated passer as well. They have Phil Foden. He has a lot of players to pass to. And like I said, he's had 2+ in his last 10 starts, and now he has a good matchup against West Ham, who allow the 4th most shots in the league at 16.9. So it's a good matchup. West Ham also don't play possession, while Manchester City does. So that just means more opportunities for a player like Savino to get those opportunities. He's also a good dribbler, so when he has the ball, he can take on the opponents and create his own opportunities. And that's without mentioning the fact, like I said before, that he will get those passes from his teammates. He also will take those long shots. He's taking 15 from inside, 14 from outside. So don't matter where he gets opportunities, he will take those shots. And at 2.0, I like the line, I like the matchup. So I like Savino to go higher than 2 shots. And the last play that I found that I like is Stefan Ortega to go lower than 2.5 saves, playing at home for Manchester City, going up against West Ham. That's his teammate. City, first of all, even though they have had a bad run of form this season in general, they still allowed the least amount of shots in the league out of any other opponent, less than Liverpool, less than Tottenham, less than Man U, less than other opponents. They still allow the least amount of shots at 9.3. And West Ham allowed the 8th least amount of saves to opponents at 3.1. And even then, I like this because 1, they're at home, 2, they allow the least amount of shots, and 3, West Ham have a big injury problem now that Bowen is out, who was a great player for them, who is their best attacker. And now that he's out, they're gonna struggle in the attack. They were already gonna struggle with him. Now they're gonna struggle even more without him. And sure, you can also count Antonio, their striker, who's another injury for them. That's just 2 attacking injuries that West Ham already have, which already is gonna let them struggle. So I just like this matchup in general. I think it's a good line. City play possession of the ball, like I mentioned before in the Savino pick, while West Ham don't. So West Ham already are gonna have less opportunities than they usually do. They've played once this season, played twice last season, and whether it was Ederson or Ortega playing in goal, pretty much in general, the City keeper went under this mark in all 3 games against them this season and last season. So I like the line, I like the matchup. So I like Stefan Ortega to go lower than 2.5 saves. Before I get into the money lines real quick, if you guys could please like the video and comment. I really would appreciate you guys if you did that. It helps boost the video out to more people, and I love seeing your guys' comments. I read all of them, whether supporting me or just leaving a comment asking a questions over a line or just over a line that you think you like. Anything, all the comments help, so don't be shy to comment. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on notifications. And if you want to support the channel a little more, you can consider joining the membership. For us to want to get the videos out early before they go out public. If you don't have the membership, people that were members already got these plays out before you guys. So if you're interested in that in the description. Same thing with the data app that I've been using with the pictures you see on the screen are from Outlier. If you want to use that, link is in the description as well. Same with my player prop apps and my Moneyline, Underdog, PrizePicks, Fliff, all linked in the description. And I really want to thank anybody who supports me in any way. I have 2 money lines that I like, and the first one is the Chelsea money line, playing away from home, going up against Crystal Palace. You can currently get this at Fliff at -120. Chelsea have actually played better this season in the league when they've played away from home than when they've played at home. They have scored 15 goals and 9 at home compared to 23 and 10 away. So they have a higher goal percentage whenever they play away from home, and they're fully healthy. The only injuries that they do have are on defense, but their attack is fully healthy, which is ultimately what I think this game comes down to. Chelsea will outscore Palace. That's even if Palace managed to score, because they've struggled on both ends, and especially they've actually been worse when it comes to them playing at home. They have scored 11 goals in 9 games away, down to 9 goals in 10 games when they play at home. So they actually have played more at home and scored less than they have when they have played away. And have also conceded 11 goals and 9 away, up to 16 goals and 10 at home. So again, they've conceded more goals in less games when they have played at home compared to away. This prop hit in 1 out of 2 games last season. 1 was a draw, and that was due to a 6 save, 2.7 goals, 2.6 goals that Chelsea were expected to score that were saved from their keeper. So Chelsea should have won both games, but I don't expect a keeper performance like this, especially against Chelsea, who have been playing good this season. And I think it's a good bounce back spot after the last 2 games, which were disappointing. Chelsea play possession, Palace don't. Chelsea play through balls, Palace is weak against the through balls. Palace weak against defending long shots, Chelsea good at taking those long shots. So in general, in just all aspects of the game, it's just a good matchup for Chelsea, and I like the value you're getting here. I believe if you're taking this because Chelsea has had a rough last 2 games and 2 playing away, but I expect them to bounce back here. They don't have any significant injuries in the attack, any injuries in the attack as a matter of fact. So I like the Chelsea money line for -120. And then the second play that I found, I'm making a slip. You can currently get this at -133. And the first play is higher than 0.5. First half goals in the Lil and Nance game. This prop has hit in the first half and all 7 home games so far for Lil. And this prop has hit in 7 out of 8 away games for Nance. Nance have also conceded 15 goals and 8 away, while Lil have scored 13 goals in 7 games at home. Lil have conceded 9 goals in 7 home games, while Nance have scored 9 goals in 8 away games. Obviously, Lil is much more likely to score in that first half, but that doesn't mean that Nance aren't able to score. It's not like their attack is weak or anything. They still manage to score, and Lil, it's not like they have a great defense. They have a good defense, but they still are leaky. So either team can score. Obviously, Lil's more likely to, but I can see Nance scoring in this game as well. So I like this probably because of that. And Lil, like I mentioned, is more likely to score, and they're also a clinical side. They have converted 37.7% of the shots on target that they have taken when it comes to opponents' goals. Nance don't play possession, while Lil does, but Nance can play the counterattack, while Lil's biggest defensive gap is when they have to defend counterattacks. So they just matches what I said earlier, which either team can score. The opportunities will be there. We just need one team to convert it. So I like higher than 0.5 first half goals for the Lil and Nance game. And in the second leg, it's the same prop, but for a different game, and it's higher than 0.5 first half goals in a Southampton and Brentford game. This prop is hit in 6 out of 9 games at home for Southampton and 7 out of 9 away games for Brentford. Both teams are bad defensively. Southampton have conceded 39 goals in 19 games, so that's a little over 2 goals a game, while Brentford have conceded 35 goals in 19 games, so almost 2 goals conceded. Brentford have a much better attack than Southampton, and in those away games, the only away games that they have failed to score was against Brighton, Everton, and Liverpool, who are all good defensively. So Brentford have struggled in the attack away from home, but they still managed to score a goal. And again, the only ones that they haven't scored against were against these tough defenses. And Southampton have struggled in the attack, but now they have a good matchup in Brentford, who again are weak defensively. 2 weak defensive sides. One will take those opportunities. Brentford is probably a little more likely, but with taking the both 0.5 first half goals, you can just get it from either team, so it doesn't really matter. One team will score, probably Brentford, but we're not gonna take the risk and just have 0.5 first half goals. For the -133 slip, I like higher than 0.5 first half goals in the Southampton Brentford game and in the Lil Nance game. You can take whichever one you like. You can put it together however I like it, but those are the money line plays that I like. Thank you everybody for watching. Quickly going over last video's picks. Moneyline wise, we did good on that. Vallecano came through. I knew they were going to do good against these smaller teams. They came through and they won. I believe it was like 2-0 or 3-1 or something like that, but they still won. Player prop wise was quite the opposite actually. Mbappe didn't take a single shot the whole game. I didn't even want to go through and look at the stats, but I couldn't take it. The last time he didn't even manage to take a normal shot in the whole game, let alone just a shot on target. And then I have an added play on Dusan Vlahovic to go higher than 3 shots. He only had 1 and then got subbed out. Juventus in general just had a bad game, so unfortunately player props didn't come through, but money lines did. And hopefully in tomorrow's video or tomorrow's place or today's place, whenever you're watching this, we can come through and improve on both sides. And for those that don't know, I do have the free Discord, not a premium, for those that want to join, talk about their lines, other people's lines, other sports in general. Just a good community I'm trying to build over there, and we really do try our best to help each other, which is something I'm really, really proud of, and I want to thank everybody over there. So again, not a premium, completely free if you want to join that. But other than that, I hope everybody has a good night, a good day, and we can cash out tomorrow.